This is Bruce Beck, and this is a slice of Knightlife. And this is Coach C. Vivian Stringer of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, entering her 26th season on the banks. Coach, every day is like Groundhog Day around here. What do you make of what is going on in this pandemic?
One day runs into the other, and I'm still trying to figure out what we're going to make and what we're going to do with this whole situation. But you know, the only pleasure is that to know that we're all in it together, and that hopefully the scientists will bring us out of it.
How are your young women handling the testing and the tracing and all the new protocols that are in place?
Well, they have embraced it, and it's amazing. I guess it shows the resilience of the young people that knew how it had been, and yet they want to play, and they have been so excited about playing the game that yeah, they'll do what they need to do. It's amazing.
Last year you were 22-9 and getting ready to go to the NCAA tournament, and then the cancellation of the big dance. How have you dealt with the disappointment of that whole thing? You know,
that still leaves a big hole in my heart and in our players as well. And certainly I think with the seniors, Arella, who's chosen, Arella Grantes, who's chosen to come back, and as she said, you know, there's some unfinished business. So yeah, I think that our entire team, and I'm sure that every team across the country, you know, feels like, you know, this was our year.
It's like kids missing the prom or graduation.
Yeah, you know, and there's no other way to say it, because that's the hurt that I feel when I think about the kids that do miss their prom or their graduation, or not being able to get married, or grandparents that can't come, you know, to their family gathering. This is crazy, but this world that we're living in, it's difficult for all of us to understand. And when we step outside of that, there's no way that we can avoid the situation that we're in right now. And so the best thing we can do is hunker down and just deal with it and understand that we're all in this. I mean, the world is in this together. And I think those of us who can withstand, you know, the pressures of and the temptations of going out are the ones that are going to ultimately, you know, be okay.
So how excited were you when you heard that Arella decided to forego the WNBA draft and come back to Rutgers?
Oh, I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. If I could get her back another year, you know, it would be great. I mean, she's an incredible player, an incredible leader, and we needed her leadership. And if you think about it, we've got all of these freshmen, you know, and they need the leadership of Arella, as well as T-Baby, as well as Zippy. I mean, it's going to require all of us, because we haven't had a bunch of freshmen as we have this year. So yeah, it's major. And what's beautiful about this group is that this young group is so willing to listen and to follow the lead, and just want to know what can we do to take part in it. And so I anticipate that we'll have a very comfortable and enjoyable year.
So what's your message to Rutgers Nation, Coach?
The nation at Rutgers should be comfortable and know that we're going to be okay. You know, we're going to be okay. We, like
more than
everyone
okay.
else. But yeah, you know, I mean, you know, a lot of people have a lot of expectations, but what I don't want to do is put expectations on the freshmen, because they are freshmen. And you know, as I shared with a person before, yeah, they don't know what they don't know, and so that's kind of good in a way, because you know, you expect the best of yourself. You don't have any idea of the competition that's in front of you, and there'll be a time when our group will have a look on their face like, what in the world is going on, and how do we, you know, overcome these things? But you know, truthfully, the freshmen have been more than accepting of what they're doing now.
Good luck, Coach. I know it's going to be a challenging year, but I know you're ready for it.
Oh yeah, very much so, and I appreciate that, and we appreciate you and the Scarlet Knight Nation that's behind us as well.
Many thanks to Coach Stringer, who continues to exude elegance and excellence on the banks. A slice of Knightlife continues now with a look back at the Rutgers women's soccer team celebrating its 5th anniversary of the year it went to the Final Four.
In uncertain times, you need someone who has your back. That's why at Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, we make sure our health plans have all the benefits you need. Because everyone should feel like someone has their back.
Hey guys, it's Casey Murphy. I can't believe it's already been 5 years since the thrilling PK shootout in the Elite Eight.
Our 2015 regular season started off just as strong as the season before. So I think I had high hopes for what we could do.
We all had really, really good chemistry. You know, we were all extremely motivated to succeed. And I feel like we all had a common goal, which was to make history for the Rutgers women's soccer program.
In just our second year in the conference, we advanced to the Big Ten championship. That was what kind of propelled us into a successful Final Four journey.
Leading up to the playoffs was a really exciting time. I think we had the community around us. They were inspired, they were bought in. I think we were confident, and our motto that year was hungry and humble, and I think that's what we were. We were hungry, we wanted more, but we were also humble in all of our achievements thus far in the season.
We found our groove during the tournament after that first Sweet 16 game against UConn. I think it gave us a lot of confidence on and off the field.
Down in Virginia, we beat the #1 seed in penalty kicks on their home field.
Watching each goal made and missed was so nerve-wracking. One minute you're happy because you scored, the next minute you're sad because they scored.
I just remember looking to the ground and hoping and praying with everything that I had that Casey could save that shot and that we could go to the Final Four.
I think back to that day, that game, the penalties, and it brings a smile to my face. It brings chills to my arms. Like, that team, that season was just unbelievable. Everyone played their role. Everyone was bought in, and to go back to that day, I would give a lot.
Storming the field with my team was absolutely incredible. It still gives me chills, and knowing that we were creating history with that win for our program was truly special.
I don't even remember the moment. I just remember sprinting out onto the field, jumping on that dog pile, and knowing that we made it to the pinnacle of college women's soccer and sent ourselves to the Final Four.
And that's why. We're going to the Final Four, let's go!
So proud of you. From the opening whistle to the very end, you know, we stayed focused on the task at hand. You understand that, which was winning the match, and that's what you did. You put a great effort forward, and I am so proud of you, every single one of you. You got that? Going to Final Four.
Memory that still sticks out to this day would be our send-off to go to North Carolina and play in the actual Final Four. We were in the hail and we just expected to get on the bus and get to the airport. But as soon as we walked outside, we saw friends, family, administrators, other teams. It was just such a Rutgers pride, Jersey pride moment, and I'll always remember that.
When I think back to the Final Four, I just remember feeling so blessed. We were being rewarded for all of our hard work, our dedication, our commitment to one another, and we are getting the opportunity to play in the semi-final of the national championship, something that every soccer player dreams of, and Rutgers made it.
The 2015 season set a new standard for Rutgers women's soccer and really made Rutgers a national contender.
We sort of introduced Rutgers not only to like the Big Ten stage, but then to really create a name for the program on a national level.
After 2015, Rutgers women's soccer program was held to such a high standard. It just became a program that top players, not only in the state, but all over would come to, because Rutgers was a soccer school and everyone wanted to be a part of that.
Forever Rutgers, forever